The levels of carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere are still rising, and they're projected to keep rising. Temperatures will also rise, and so will sea levels. Much of this carbon dioxide originates in the United States. We produce more carbon dioxide per person than any other major nation. That's 19.1 tons for every American, well above the average of 11 tons for industrialized nations, and the world average of only 4 tons. It's also far above what scientists suggest is a safe level, 2.7 tons. Where does all this carbon dioxide come from? 2/3 of it comes from either transportation or household operations. 35% of it comes from household operations alone. So if we could reduce the CO2 emissions from our households, we could go far towards reducing our total CO2 footprint. What can we do about household emissions? Well, most of them come from energy we burn in the home. If we burn less energy, we reduce our emissions. And the good news is, if we burn less energy, we also spend less money. So reducing our energy use should be a no-brainer. The largest use of energy in the home is for heating, especially space heating. We use furnaces, space heaters, and heat lamps. But electricity is a very inefficient way to heat. That's because it starts as heat and gets converted to steam, then mechanical, then electricity, and finally in your home it becomes heat once again. It's far more efficient to use a direct fuel source such as natural gas, oil, or propane. Even using the most efficient heat source available, there are still plenty of ways to reduce the amount of fuel that you use. Close the doors to rooms that you're not heating. Insulate walls, attics, and underneath the floor. In places where cold air comes in, such as this attic doorway, use foam insulation board to keep it out. Double pane vinyl windows will save on energy too, and there are tax credits for installing them. Alternative energy isn't always cheap, but it does make you more self-sufficient, and it's better for the planet. Explore solar, wind, and wood if you live in a rural area. How much energy can you save? Well, when we use a space heater in our bathroom, our electric bill goes from $30 a month to $200 a month. Over the course of a winter, that's over $500, and that's $500 I'd rather spend on something else. It's also 3.5 tons of CO2. Here are some other energy-saving tips. Replace light bulbs with CFLs in the rooms you light most. A CFL uses 80% less energy than a conventional light bulb. And yes, it does cost a little more to purchase, but over its lifetime, it'll save you far more. If your weather permits, use a clothesline instead of a dryer. Put a timer or a motion detector on your outside lights. And use a water heater blanket to reduce the amount of fuel you use heating water. In the summer, if your climate permits it, a swamp cooler uses less energy than an air conditioner. And of course, you can trade in your electric sewing machine for a treadle. Okay, maybe that's going too far. But the point is, the more energy you save, the more money you save. It's not just about the planet.